Co-opetition. Cooperating with a competitor to achieve a common goal, or get ahead, has been gaining traction for 3 decades, yet many companies are still uncomfortable with the concept and miss the promising opportunities it presents. In The Rules of Co-opetition, Adam Brandenburger and Barry Nailbuff offer a framework for deciding whether to team up with a rival and how to manage the relationship, drawing on examples from DHL, UPS, Google, and Yahoo. Co-opetition requires teams to think both competitively and cooperatively at the same time. Firms that learn to do so can gain an important edge. Cooperation is also key to successful negotiation. In Negotiating Your Next Job, Hannah Riley Bowles and Bobby Thomason encourage individuals seeking to advance their careers to think strategically about not just what they want, but how to get it. The authors draw on their work coaching executives and their cross-cultural research to propose 4 steps that can prepare you to negotiate. Think broadly about your long-term career goals. Be mindful of what type of opportunity you're asking for. Arm yourself with the necessary information and connect with people who can be helpful in making your case. Be specific and realistic, they argue, and you're more likely to achieve success. Although many workers dealt with anxiety before 2020, for some, the uncertainty and stress of the pandemic brought it on for the first time. In Leading Through Anxiety, Maura Aarons-Mealy starts a productive, much-needed conversation about anxiety in the workplace and how we can reframe its negative reputation. She explains that although anxiety is uncomfortable, it isn't always counterproductive. Because managing anxiety can make us more comfortable with uncomfortable feelings, it can prompt us to react quickly to threats. And when channeled thoughtfully, it can make us better leaders in a crisis. But unchecked, it zaps energy and clouds decisions. In this article, Aarons-Mealy offers advice on how to inspire and encourage your team, even when you're struggling yourself. Products and services that rely on machine learning don't always lead to ethical or accurate choices. Sometimes they cause investment losses, for instance, or biased hiring, or car accidents. And as machine learning-based AI offerings proliferate across markets, the companies creating them face major new risks. Executives need to understand and mitigate the technology's potential downside. In When Machine Learning Goes Off the Rails, Boris Babic, I. Glenn Cohen, Theodoros Evgeniou, and Sarah Gerke provide a guide to managing the risks. 25 years ago, Robin J. Ely and David A. Thomas made the groundbreaking argument that to fully benefit from increased racial and gender diversity, organizations must adopt a learning orientation and be willing to change the corporate culture and power structure. In the time since, organizations have largely failed to do so, and are no closer to reaping diversity's benefits. Instead, business leaders misconstrue or ignore what abundant research has made clear. Increasing the numbers of traditionally underrepresented people in your workforce does not automatically produce good results. Now, in Getting Serious About Diversity, the authors reevaluate and update their argument and highlight the key actions for leaders looking to make real change. As intractable as it may seem, racism in the workplace can be effectively addressed with the right information, incentives, and investment. Robert Livingston argues that because organizations are small, autonomous entities that afford leaders a high level of control over norms and policies, they are ideal sites for doing so. In How to Promote Racial Equity in the Workplace, Livingston walks listeners through the 5 stages of a process for making profound and sustainable progress toward this goal in your organization. The pandemic has hastened a rise in remote working for knowledge-based organizations. This has notable benefits. Companies can save on real estate costs.